Hello everybody, welcome back once again to the Triangle Strategy walkthrough. So the last video there we did the, something with the rebels. Man, yeah, I don't remember the name of that already. That's kind of pathetic. That is apparently what happens when I get tired. I forget very recent events. But anyways, okay, let's move on. And we did get Cornington, I should say, which, again, just kind of seems like the ice version of Frederica in some regards. Not exact like mirrors of each other by any means, but very similar. But and he does seem kind of interesting. So I'll probably try to work him into some more battles. But it says their duty fulfilled, Serenoa and House Wolffort bid farewell to the holy state of Hyzant.
It's time we head home. You aren't forgetting anything, are you, my lord?
Eredor, I told you, I'm not a child anymore.
I'm sorry, my lord. Whenever I see your face, I can't help but think of the lad I once knew.
Can you not lower your voice? You'll disturb the whole city at this rate.
House Wolffort certainly is lively.
Indeed. I've never seen such a big, happy family.
I'm glad they allowed you to travel with us.
As am I. I intend to revolutionize the world with my research.
Very well and good, but we also have a wedding to prepare for. Busy times lie ahead, Frederica.
Yes.
Let us make it a grand wedding. Huette, prepare an extravagant gift worthy of my best friend.
Yes, Your Highness.
It seems I'm just in time. I came to thank you and see you off on behalf of the Holy One.
We are the ones who should thank you. Glenbrook and House Wolffort shall not forget your kindness.
I'm happy to have seen Hyzant with my own eyes. Till we meet again.
Prince Roland, Lord Serenoa, the future of Norzelia is in the hands of the young, those like ourselves. I much look forward to our next meeting.
We have heard much about how all in Hyzant are blessed by the goddess's teachings. And yet, they told us almost nothing of the Roselle. What sort of lives do they live here? What sort of life did Mother lead?
Is something the matter, Frederica?
Forgive me. I was merely lost in thought.
Thoughts of the Roselle, I presume.
Yes. I wondered what effect it might have on your relations with Hyzant, now that we are to wed.
Right now, our three nations work together, but none can say what the future holds. Whatever may occur, know that you will not have to bear it alone. It will be a burden for all of House Wolffort to bear, together.
Thank you, Serenoa.
His diplomatic visit as Lord of the House complete, Serenoa returns to the Wolffort domain. Safely within Glenbrook, Roland and Huette retire to Whiteholme in the Crown City. A Alas, there is no time for rest in House Wolford, as Serenoa soon finds himself swept up in preparations for his wedding to Frederica. Dragan, meanwhile, presides over the blasting of a new tunnel at the Grand Norzellian Mines.
That should be the end of that bothersome bedrock. Investigate it at once.
What in the name of iron?
What is it? Do we require more explosives?
No, Lord Dragan. You best come see for yourself.
What the? It couldn't be.
That settles the wedding program, then. We still must decide upon the wedding dress, however.
Not we, Benedict. Surely the lady herself must decide. What do you desire, Frederica?
Well...
Hadn't you mentioned wanting to dress in the Rosellan custom for the ceremony?
Then you'd best ask the Roselle about that. There's a Rosellan village here in the domain. I'm sure they'd make you a dress, if you asked.
But what of the other nations in attendance? Surely Hyzant would not look kindly upon it. Lord Simon, is it true that you assisted the Roselle who fled Hyzant during the war, and that you then granted them asylum here?
Aye, that is how the Roselle came to live within our domain.
It was a source of great tension, but in the end, Lord Simon's perseverance prevailed, and a group of Roselle found new homes here. To this day, the Holy State demands they be returned to Hyzant, citing their goddess's teachings as justification.
The roots of the conflict run deep. Nevertheless, it is our duty to protect those who we have sworn to take under our wing. Should you choose to dress in the Rosellan custom, we shall stand behind you every step of the way.
Is that so? Then... I see not how I could refuse such a kindness.
I shall accompany you to the village. To tell the truth, I have never been there myself. It would be a good opportunity to get to know them, to strengthen our bonds.
As is your duty, my son.
Rosellan custom it is, then. Let us depart at once to make the request.
Aye, all of us. Ooh, I can't wait to see what they come up with.
Alright, so here's our next quest at the Rosellan village, and it looks like it's going to be an exploration phase. Serenoa visits the Rosellan village in his domain for the first time in hopes that they will make his betrothed wedding dress.
Greetings and welcome, Lord Serenoa and Lady Frederica. My name is Jerome. I bid you welcome on behalf of the Roselle. And congratulations on your engagement, as well as assuming lordship of your house.
You have my gratitude. We hope you will continue to lend your support to House Wolford.
You have my word. I owe your Lord Father a great debt. Though even were that not the case, You are engaged to one of our own in Lady Frederica. Few things could bring us more joy. We shall make the finest dress you have ever seen.
On that subject, I have one humble request. I would like to incorporate this pendant into the design.
The pendant you're never without.
'Tis one of a kind, left to me by my late mother. She was one of the Rosellan refugees who fled Hyzant during the war and found her way to Esfrost. In a twist of fate, she fell in love with the former Archduke, and thus was I born. In secret, of course. After I was born, she was sent back to Hyzant, where she met her end.
I see why it never leaves you. Pray fashion the dress in this pendant's image.
It shall be done, my lord. Let us delay no further. Lady Frederica, please step inside, that we may take your measurements.
Thank you kindly.
The measurements may take some time, Lord Serenoa. Perhaps you'd care to take a stroll and see the village while you wait.
I'd very much like that. Thank you.
Alright, perhaps I'll look around the village and get to know its people while they're taking her measurements. So as usual here, I don't think there's going to be any items, because we've already been through here on the original playthrough. Your hair certainly does make you stand out, my lord. We don't get many visitors to our fair village. I love and hate the Rosellan village. Love because there are some battles here that go really, really well, and one that is absolutely atrocious and very difficult. Did I get this? So there's a cat here. I don't know if I mean, I'm guessing I interacted with it the first time through here, but yeah, I'm not seeing any glint, so let's just do the conviction choices and then we'll move on. So it's no fun staying in the village all the time. I want to go play somewhere else, but Mother gets mad at me if I go too far. Let's see here. You'll be able to venture further afield when you're older. When that day comes, I'll show you both around the domain myself. So, you know, liberty, top, utility, middle, and morality on the bottom. I'm just going to go with liberty. Again, these choices really don't matter because I've already got all the characters via the points. So, wow, really, I want to see all the big ships in the harbor. If my word will look at all the ships you like. Just do as your mother says for now. I can't wait to grow up. Okay, let's see how long that lasts. Came to this land in the midst of the Salt Iron War, desperate to escape Hyzant's extraordinary cruelty. Your father then granted us asylum in our hour of need, shielding us from further harm. Let's see here. I'm just going to go with the morality choice here. I would have done the same. We have a duty to help those in need. Father granted the Roselle asylum on our lands, though they once hailed from Hyzant, they're now as much a part of the Wolford domain as anyone else. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, and so there was some knowledge there that we already got. I think I'm actually just gonna move on. There's really just nothing else to do here. There's only, you know, ever the two conviction choices, and I've actually already spoken with everybody, you know, in the first time around. So we're back into. I think like chapter 3 was kind of new stuff because that was, you know, the journey to Hyzant was different than my original playthrough or my first playthrough, which I, you know, went to Esfrost. So again, we're kind of back into, you know, familiar territory or areas that we've already been in. So, and there's really just nothing new. So I think I'm just gonna continue on here. You know, let's do it. So I'm going to end the exploration. Surely they've finished taking her measurements by now.
Do you understand just how dangerous it is for a young prince to go gallivanting off on a whim?
Punish me if you will. But if I hadn't gone gallivanting, I never would have learned the state of things outside our own kingdom.
Oh? Well, if you are so interested in international affairs, then I have a fitting role for you to play. You will oversee the Grand Norzellian Mines.
Father, it would be a privilege.
I fear that punishment would provoke no reflection, and so I would rather put your energies to work for the kingdom.
I shan't let you down, Father.
I am not blind to your feelings, my son. I understand that my methods vex you. Nevertheless, I ask that you stay out of harm's way, and give me no reason to worry.
Of course.
Mining is grueling, thankless work. Show the miners the appreciation they deserve.
I shall. You have my word.
The necessary provisions have been arranged, Your Highness. You are to deliver them to Dragan.
Father, may I bring Lord Wolfort? It is his job to oversee the operation after all. And his closeness with Dragan may engender goodwill.
I know you trust him a great deal, Roland. But I would remind you that his betrothal now binds him to Esfrost. You would do well to be wary of any move he or his house might make.
So you share Franny's views on the matter. Nevertheless, Serenoa is a friend I could never hope to replace. A friend I trust no matter your opinion of him.
Concerning words, Your Highness, House Wolfort must be subject to the same scrutiny as any other.
Roland.
Bring these tidings to Gustadolf at once. Is that everyone? Good. I have important news for all of you. What you see before you is to be seized by the Duchy of Esfrost. You shall not speak of this beyond those in present company. Any who do will be punished to the fullest extent of the law.
But, Lord Dragan, are not the resources we mine destined to be shared among nations?
This matter is not up for debate. A discovery of this magnitude could reshape all of Norzelia. And so I ask this of you. Stand with me, as I lead this great realm into a new era.
You risk much giving us these orders. I shall do exactly as you say.
I thank you. I have already sent the Archduke a letter informing him of our find. When I am appointed Prime Minister, I promise to reward you all handsomely for delivering me such a boon.
You are to be Prime Minister?
Or Ambassador to Glenbrook, perhaps. Time will tell. Either way, with this I shall make my mark. And do what neither Father nor Gustadolf ever could.
What news from Dragan, dear brother?
I never dreamt our hypothesis would prove true.
So you take him at his word?
I have no choice. The spy I sent to shadow him corroborates his report.
And? What are his demands?
He wishes to be named Prime Minister in exchange for secreting it away to Esfrost. Negotiations with Glenbrook are in the offing, should I refuse.
So he means to threaten you?
He is stronger than I believed him to be. Certainly what he has uncovered is worth the price he asks. What would you do, were you me?
Keep the secret safe, naturally. Did you not send a spy for this very reason? Surely expected this would happen.
I did, and they have been issued emergency orders.
Then leave the rest to me. I shall depart at once.
How fortunate I am to have a brother who knows me so well. Ah, Dragan, you will rue the day you dared place Glenbrook beside me on the scales of your feeble judgment. I hand down the orders. Yield or be crushed beneath my heel.
Okay, so Roland comes to the Rosellan village bearing a proposal for Serenoa. No side stuff. Alright, let's do this.
The dress measurements are finished at last. I applaud your patience.
Is it exactly as you hoped?
It is indeed. I can hardly wait to see it finished.
I am glad to hear it.
There you are.
Prince Roland. And Huette besides. What brings you here?
We were looking for you.
We inquired around Castle Wolfort and heard you all had come here.
Has something happened?
Father has asked me to keep watch over the mines. Won't you join me?
You scarcely need ask, of course.
A wise course of action, seeing as you will be overseeing the mining operations.
And we can present Dragan with the gifts we procured abroad.
A fine opportunity to get to know the man better. He is quite talented, is he not?
He is a man with grand visions for the future, that much is certain. I shall tell you more of him along the way.
Then let us waste not one moment more. To the mines!
I'll have the dress ready in time for the ceremony, my lord.
You have my thanks, Jerome.
Serenoa and Frederica journey to the Rosellan village so she may be fitted for her wedding gown. The young lord gains an unexpected moment of quietude while he waits. However, Roland soon arrives with orders from King Regna to inspect the Grand Norzellian mines, where Dragan has made great progress.
Alright, heading into the next exploration phase here, House Wolfort pays a visit to the Grand Norzellian mines where they are reunited with Dragan. Dragan, rather.
How will Gustadolf respond to my offer? I should think there's but one logical answer. Should he refuse for some reason, I will need Father's aid. I must apprise him of the situation.
Lord Dragan, Prince Roland is here from the Crown City.
What's this? Prince Roland and my friends of House Wolfort. To what do I owe the honor?
Apologies for the sudden nature of our visit, Dragan. I have come on Father's orders to offer our sincere gratitude, as well as to observe the mining operation.
Splendid! The miners will no doubt be heartened by your Highness's presence.
Does the mining continue apace?
Indeed it does. There are no problems to report. And what of your trip abroad, Lord Serenoa?
It was most enlightening indeed. We even brought something for you. I do hope it's to your liking.
A portrait of the goddess herself, drawn with... Is this dyed salt?
It is. I understand they are used as talismans in Hyzant.
This gift would fetch unfathomable value in the duchy. I cannot thank you enough.
It is enough to see you happy.
I am glad our deliberations were not in vain.
Dragan, I believe it was you who said the future is in the hands of the ardent youth. We are of like mind. Let us shape the future together.
Indeed. That future is close at hand. I suspect we will reach across the border and ask for your cooperation in due course.
And I shall gladly assent.
Yes, we eagerly await your offer. Now then, I was thinking I might examine the quarry.
Wait, Your Highness! One of the tunnels caved in but a few days ago. I would advise against entering just now.
Did you not assure us moments ago that the mining continues apace?
The miners are working to repair the damage as we speak. It is simply too soon to allow you inside.
Was it caused by a blast?
It was, in fact. We were perhaps a bit overzealous in attempting to remove some of the bedrock.
I'd no idea your explosives were so powerful. How do you make them anyway?
I would love to tell you, Your Highness, but I'm afraid we must keep some of our secrets. What I can say is that salt is a vital ingredient.
Surely you jest.
I thought you'd be surprised. I could scarcely believe it myself at first. A gargantuan tome in the archives opened my eyes to the many uses for salt, beyond seasoning our daily dishes. And now I pass what I've learned to you, Lord Serenoa, as a token of my gratitude for your visit.
The power of salt.
'Tis a compendium of my research on the uses of salt. I encourage you to peruse it at your leisure.
I most certainly shall. 'Tis a most valuable gift.
Fascinating indeed. I too would like to read it when you're through, my lord.
I look forward to hearing your impressions.
At any rate, I see the sun hangs low. Shall we save a tour of the mine for the morrow?
Yes, perhaps that would be best.
Yes, of course. I shall prepare entertainment and lodgings for your party at once.
Okay, the mines appear to be operating apace. Perhaps I'll survey the operation more closely until my bedding is ready. Alright, so yeah, same deal here. We've already actually, done this exploration phase before, so there isn't going to be anything new. Let's see here. Let's do our conviction choices, though. What's your step? Alright, despite the explosives collapsing one of the tunnels, mining appears to be on schedule. Running a mine, let alone... excuse me, wow. Running a mine, letting alone one owned by 3 nations, is no easy task. The lack of unrest is a credit to Lord Dragan's leadership. To that end, indulge me with a hypothetical. Suppose you led this operation and an incident occurred. How would you respond? Let's see here. Yeah, I don't know. Resolve the matter peacefully with Hyzant and his Frost involvement. I mean, I don't know. I think I went with morality last time. Find answer, sniff out the cause, and you stand to prevent it from happening again. Yeah. So, I remember commenting something along the lines of root cause analysis. All 3 nations have a vested interest in the mine's success and must therefore be equally held to account for their actions. Indeed, we have much to gain from this venture, but it is a fragile thing that requires constant vigilance. Indeed. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. This is the entrance of the mines when when we come back here to do the battles, but it cuts off right here, and then obviously there's no mining tracks in here at the moment, but it is set up exactly the same. Again, aside from the missing mine carts and rails, and then this area right here, this is all blocked off for now. So they clear this out later for us to get in a little bit deeper. All right, let's see here. Oh, there's only 1 conviction choice here. That's very strange. Normally there's 2 in exploration phases, so that's kind of interesting. All right, let's continue. Everything appears in order as I expected. Perhaps my vending is ready by now. Indeed. Alright, next up is going to be a combat phase. I'm going to go into the encampment, though, and check. I assume there's going to be another mental mock battle, so that will most likely be the next video. So let's take a look here. Nope, still no new ones. Okay, well, that's strange. Yeah, normally... Oh, I should have said I was expecting another one, but yeah, not the case. So I guess the next video actually is going to be the battle in the mines. So as always, hope the guide was helpful, and thank you for watching.